first heat race of the night. Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Jason Rarick going from the pole on a Rodman in the number 4. Outside of me, Hayden Howard from Hammond in the 21. Row 2, Mike Durham in the 6 from Governor. Jackson Welling on a Starlink, the 21J. On a row, Caleb Howard in the 90 out of Hammond, and Alex Reif out of Canton, New York in car number 1A. 6 cars ready to go. 6 laps is the distance. First of 2 heats in Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Chief Director of Traffic Control, Mr. David Farney, is set ready to turn the field loose at the white cone off of turn number 4. Bob Johnson Auto Group on hand with us. Green lights are on and we're underway. 3 wide for the lead, and it's going to be Jackson Welling out in front of the field over Hayden Howard down the back straightaway. Caleb Howard picks up third. Jason Rarick falls way off the pace down the the back stretch rather, into turn number 3 and 4, but picks it back up in front of Alex Reif. As they complete lap number 1, Welling in control. Howard right there with him in the 2 spot. Caleb Howard still there for third. Veteran Mike Durham right there in the 4 position as they work it down the back straightaway. Everybody's starting to get in a single file formation. Jackson Welling in that number 21 has had some good runs here when he comes to the Am Speedway, always strong. As they click off lap number 2, third start of the year. Best finish of 4th back on July 18th. Previous best finish was 6th in his only other start here on August the 1st. So Jackson Welling looking pretty good, looking to pick up a heat win here tonight as they work it up into turn number 3 and 4. Good battle behind them from second on back. Hayden Howard has that spot. Caleb Howard looking to move in with the 6 of Mike Durham trailing back there in the 4 spot. Jason Rarick completes the rest of the field in 5th as they work it down the back straightaway. As 2 to go this time by, and Jackson Welling looking pretty good as they make their way up off of turn number 3 and 4, back down to the line once again. Welling a comfortable lead right now as they go down into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Comfortable lead, about 7 or 8 car lengths is the spread between our top 2 drivers. White flag will be displayed this time by, and right now Jackson Welling in complete control of this race as they come down to the line. White flag is in the air. Final trip around the Am Speedway for Jackson Welling as he'll set it up down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. And the man out of Star Lake, New York, will bring it down into turn number 3 and 4 with a healthy advantage. Nobody giving chase from behind. Nobody's going to catch him. Jackson Welling, first heat win of the season. Second will be Hayden Howard. Caleb Howard third. Mike Durham fourth. Jason Rarick will round out your top 5. Great opening heat race there for the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman, and it is Jackson Welling into victory lane in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 ready to roll trackside right now with Bob Johnson Auto Group on hand with us this evening here at Can-Am. Steve Bushey goes away from the pole in the number 8 out of Brushton alongside of Genevieve Bartlett from Watertown in the number 11. Row 2, it's Brianna Murtaugh on the 33B, the 401K, Joseph Fargo out of Black River, and Mason Rogers out of Lafargeville will complete the 5-car starting grid. 5 cars ready to go. 6 laps is the scheduled distance. Second of 2 heats in Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Coming up after this, it will be the first of 2 heat races in the Whitesboro Plow Shop, DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. There's a Can-Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group, leads the parade down the back straightaway. Jackson Welling picking up his first heat win here at Can-Am this season. We'll look to see if we can get a brand new heat winner out of this one or not. Mason Rogers is the heat win leader in the Donnath Motorworks Limited Sportsman with 5 in total. Off of turn number 4, green lights are on and we're underway. And Steve Bushey jumps to the point as they go to 1 and 2. Genevieve Bartlett, Brianna Murtaugh second and third. Mason Rogers already around the Fargo number 401 down the back straightaway. And looking to get around Brianna Murtaugh for position number 3 as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Down to the line, lap number 1 is in the record books. And here comes Genevieve Bartlett looking for the lead as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Bushey to the point, though, as they go into corner number 1. Down the back straightaway off of corner number 2 goes the field, and it's Steve Bushey, the leader, but Genavieve Bartlett putting the pressure on down the back chute. Brianna Murtaugh, as we mentioned tonight, coming into this evening, 4 second-place finishes in feature competition. She has won 4 times in qualifying heat racing this year and has been really strong there, but would like to change that and get a feature win this evening as they put lap number 2 up on the scoreboard. And Mason Rogers made a bid for 3rd on the outside lane. That didn't quite work. Opens the door, though, for Brianna Murtaugh to slide by. She'll get by Genavieve Bartlett, and watch Rogers up on that outside lane once again, looking for a spot as they cross the line one more time. 3 down, 3 more to go. Bushey in control of the field, but right now Mason Rogers has been trying to make that outside lane work all race long, and he may have something. He gets by Genavieve Bartlett for the number 3 position down into turn number 3. Bartlett trying to fight back on the bottom as they race that out into turn number 3 and 4, down to the line. White flag, 2 to go actually. 2 to go this time by, 4 down, 2 more to go in the second and final heat race in Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. As Bartlett gets back by the 44 of Rogers, now closes back in on Brianna Murtaugh for the runner-up position. All this happening behind your leader, Steve Bushey, as he'll bring it down to the line. White flag in the air for Steve Bushey. Battle on for second. Bartlett down low. Murtaugh through the middle and move Genavieve Bartlett back up to second. Murtaugh relegated back to third. Murtaugh trying to retake the spot down the back straightaway. Good seesaw battle for second and third as they race it out into turn number 3 and 4. But Steve Bushey, the class of the field, will bring it off the top side of corner number 4, and drag race to the line will be Steve Bushey picking up the win. Brianna Murtaugh second. Mason Rogers steals third at the checkered flag. Genavieve Bartlett and Joseph Fargo in that order. So Steve Bushey getting the win in heat race number 2. His first heat win of the season. As we move right into the first of 2 heats in Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 modified action here tonight. First of 2 heats on the docket is going to feature the 21 of Andy Howard out of Hammond alongside of the 66W Derek Webb from Brownville. Row 2, Lance Willix, the 31 out of Theresa, with Tim Fuller in the 19, 4-time defending track champion out of Watertown. Row number 3, Scott Webb in the 18W with the L39 of Larry Welling Jr. from Star Lake, and completing it in car number 28 out of Watertown, it's Jordan McCreadie. 7 cars ready to go. 8 laps is the distance. First of 2 heats in the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358s. Bob Johnson Auto Group, Am Speedway Pace Truck leading the parade down the backstretch. Of these drivers in this heat race, Lance Willix has the most with 4 on the season. Looking to add a 5th here tonight. Barney looks him over into corner number 3 and 4. Andy Howard and Derek Webb bring them to green, and we're underway. 3 wide for the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Andy Howard bounces off of Derek Webb and bounces out into the race lead. Lance Willix goes to the bottom. He'll take the point away down the back straightaway. Tim Fuller trying to move up. The door was shut when he got to Derek Webb, however. Scott Webb trying to move in up on the top side as they click off lap number 1. Everybody jockeying for position, all behind Lance Willix in the 31. He's got the lead. Tim Fuller, fastest overall in hot laps tonight. Gets a good corner that time off of turn number 2. He'll look to close in on Willix for the number 1 position as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Back down to the line. Lap number 2 up on the leaderboard, and Willix in control. But Fuller giving chase with Andy Howard and Derek Webb battling for 3rd and 4th at the moment. Howard up on the outside lane. Derek Webb down low. Webb drag racing Howard down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and give the spot to Derek Webb that time as Jordan McCreadie watches from the 5 spot. Lap 3 goes up on the board. Willix still in control as they set it up on the bottom side of corner number 1 and 2. Fuller still there for 2nd. Battle for 3rd has been really good between Derek Webb, Andy Howard, and Jordan McCreadie as Webb scoots away. McCreadie gets by the 21 of Andy Howard to move up into 4th. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 goes the field, and down to the line comes Lance Willix. Top 2 breakaway at the front of the field right now. They got about a half a straightaway over Derek Webb and Jordan McCreadie as we watch Fuller run there in position number 2. Fuller having a strong run here tonight, trying to close in on Lance Willix. He seems to be able to get through turn 3 and 4 a little bit better. Willix a little better through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. 5 down, 3 to go. Still Willix over Fuller. by about 4 car lengths. Behind them, Jordan McCreadie putting all kinds of pressure on Derek Webb right now as they work it off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Webb holding third, Jordan McCreadie right there with him in the 4 spot as they work it through turn number 3 and 4, back down to the line with 2 laps left to go. Only battle on the racetrack so far is for that number 3 position. Oh, and we got a call. Larry Welling hard into the wall here on the front straightaway. He got twisted around here down in front. Yellow lights are on. And Larry Welling hit that wall a ton. Just ask everybody to please step back from the fence area, please, down there where Larry Welling is stopped. We ask everybody to please step back. All right, safety workers are attending to Larry down there. He is out of the car walking away over towards the ambulance. So let's give him a round of applause. That was a hard hit right there.
Who was it? 18W. What?
There we see Larry Welling's ride getting taken away from the wall down here. Just good to see Larry walking away from that. Pretty hard hit that he took down here. And Scott Webb being told to take his ride to the pits. And there you see the wounded number 39 of Larry Welling. Larry was looking to make his 4th start of the season. So checking on that area that Larry Welling ended up at, and looks all clear, no debris down there. So we'll get the field lined up and ready to go back to green with just 6 laps complete. 2 more to go in this opening heat race. In the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. White flag being displayed. We're set ready to go back to green in just a moment. Again, those of you watching live on Dirt Track Digest TV, glad you could join us from wherever you may be. Those of you who are here in attendance tonight at Can-Am, we certainly do appreciate you joining us. And again, want to thank the good folks at Bob Johnson Auto Group for being on hand. And of course, our nonprofit DPAO on hand with us tonight as well. All them enjoying themselves down here in front of us. Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group, ready to head to a safer place off turn number 3 and 4. Lance Willix will be the control car. He'll set the pace on this next restart. 6 down, 2 more to go. Heat race number 1 of 2. In Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds, Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman will be up after the Modifieds. Green lights are back on and we're underway. Willix pulls it to the bottom lane in turn number 1 and 2. Fuller side steps, trying to go the long way around in corner number 2. It didn't quite work. Derek Webb back there in the 3 spot. Jordan McCreadie and Hayden Howard complete the rest of the field as they bring it down to the line. White flag in the air. Final trip around for Lance Willix on the 3s in New York. He'll set it up on the bottom side of turn number 1 and 2. Fuller right there giving chase from the 2 spot. Running out of laps, running out of time. Checkered flag is in the air this time around. And Lance Willix will bring it into turn 3 and 4. Down across the line, heat win number 5 of 2025. It's Lance Willix, Tim Fuller, Derek Webb, Jordan McCreadie, and Andy Howard. So that will do it. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds is complete. And Lance Willix scores the win. Heat race number 2 in the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds rolling trackside will look like this. It will be Adam Roberts in the 63 on pole, outside of Shaun Shaw from Philadelphia in the 7S. Row 2, Ryan Bartlett in the 39, 45R, Preston Forbes. Final row, points leader Billy Dunn in the 49, and Dan Beachard out of Russell, New York in car number 36B. Dan making his first start of 2025 here at Can-Am. Solid heat race right here is heat race number 1 for Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman lining up and ready to go next. Am Speedway, Bob Johnson Auto Group pace truck peels off the speedway in turn number 3. Farney looks him over. Adam Roberts and Shaun Shaw on the front row. Green lights are on and we're underway. And the mad dash is on into turn number 1 and 2. Shaun Shaw on the top side, Adam Roberts down low. And Adam Roberts will take the point down the back straightaway. Shaw on the outside lane, working it into turn number 3 and 4. Power move there by Shaun Shaw. He'll grab the lead. Billy Dunn, a big move. He catches a 2-for-1 special down the front straightaway, goes from 4th to 2nd. Got around Adam Roberts and the 39 of Ryan Bartlett. Now he'll try to close in on Shaun Shaw for the race lead. Working it down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Shaw with the lead, but Billy Dunn is closing quickly up off of turn number 3 and 4. Back down to the line one more time. It is Shaw in control. 2-car length advantage over Billy Dunn as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Dunn still there for second. 39 of Bartlett still there in spot number 3 as Dunn got a great run that time off of turn number 2. Right to the back bumper of the 7 of Shaw going down into turn number 3 and 4. Dunn missed the corner that time and allowed Shaw to get away from him by a couple of car lengths as Ryan Bartlett moves in to try to take second spot away. Working lap number 3 of this 8-lap contest, the second of 2 on the night for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds. Shaun Shaw in command of the field as they bring it down to the line this time by. We'll put lap number 4 up on the scoreboard. 4 down, 4 more to go. Shaun Shaw looking for his 4th heat win of the season, but Billy Dunn found something through the middle of turn number 1 and 2 on the top side, trying to close in on Shaw as they hit the back straightaway. Dunn will set it up again on the outside lane, changes lanes that time, tries the crossover move up off the corner, and Billy Dunn, a big move down in front. He'll grab the lead at lap number 5 as Dunn to the point as they work it into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Billy Dunn in control now. Shaun Shaw trying to get back after him here in turn number 3 and 4. Ryan Bartlett still holding on to the 3 spot as they're working across the line. 2 to go for Billy Dunn. Billy Dunn, 4 feature wins on the season. And believe it or not, if Billy can pull this one off, it would be his first heat win of 2025. We'll see if that can happen up off of turn number 3 and 4. I didn't believe it either, Denny. White flag is in the air. Final time for Billy Dunn into turn number 1 and 2. The Watertown, New York native, 6-time track champion and current point leader. leads the way down into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air, and Billy Dunn works it to perfection. His first heat win of the season. Second will go to Shaun Shaw. Ryan Bartlett third. Preston Forbes will cross in fourth, and Adam Roberts will round out the field in fifth. Heat race number 2 of 2 for the Whitesboro Plow. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman is set to roll trackside next. Our title sponsor for the night, Bob Johnson Auto Group. You saw their display of vehicles behind the main grandstand. Hopefully you got a good look at a possible new ride for yourself here at Can-Am. As Greg Henry out of Clayton, New York in the 2 leads the way out. Trevor Gibbons alongside the 621 from Carthage. Row 2 from Natural Bridge, it's Justin Gadbaugh in the 18G with the 1 of Paul DeRutter from Inlet, New York. Row 3, a pair of Carthage natives, and these two know each other pretty well. The 17 of Owen Nyer inside, the 34 of Eric Nyer on the outside. That's row 3. Row 4, another Carthage native, Jonathan Murphy in the 62 with Watertown's Tyler Stevenson, the box 28. Another Watertown native inside row number 4, that's Grayson Adderley in the number 83, and Kingston, Ontario's Greg Brinklow in the 707. Good to welcome Greg back with us once again to Can-Am. Took a couple of weeks off and is back with us ready to go. Can-Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group leaves the Speedway in turn number 3, but have no fear, it will be back later in the evening. Ready to go through turn number 3 and 4. Greg Henry and Trevor Gibbons on the front row. Green lights are on and we're underway. And Trevor Gibbons gets the lead as they go to turn number 1 and 2. And we are going to go caution. We are going to take that one back. Race control says we're going to try that start one more time. Set to go. We're going to try that start one more time. Again, all starts are at that white cone on top of the white tire coming off turn number 4. And we'll try it again. Greg Henry on the pole. He is the control car. Trevor Gibbons alongside, and we are green. As Gibbons gets the lead. Paul DeRutter, big time push of the 1D, pulls way wide up off the turn. Now they got a big scramble back there from third on back. We were 3 wide at one point. Now Tyler Stevenson, he made a big move on the top. He's trying for 3 wide again. We're 3, 4, 5 wide coming off the turn this time. And Tyler Stevenson comes out the benefactor of that one. He goes to 4th as Paul DeRutter, big time handling problems with the 1D, pushes way wide again. And Trevor Gibbons, he's missing one heck of a race behind him here as he's got the lead as they go to turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line. 2 laps in the books now. Gibbons in front as Paul DeRutter brings it to a crawling pace in corner number 4, just trying to get out of the way. Obvious handling problems with that ride as he continues on here. Clean and green, however, through the opening 2.5, almost 3 laps, and Trevor Gibbons well in control of this one. Eric Nyer still there for position number 2. Owen Nyer holding on to 3rd. Tyler Stevenson, winner here on the previous Friday night, August the 1st, holding on to spot number 4. Justin Gadbaugh right there in spot number 5. Greg Brinklow battling with Jonathan Murphy for the 6th spot. 7th is Brinklow. 8th is Grayson Adderley. Greg Henry 9th, and Paul DeRutter completes the top 10. In the meantime, down to the line, 4 down, 4 to go. Trevor Gibbons well in command. Eric Nyer trying to move in, however. Nyer, the Carthage, New York native, 2 career wins here at the Can-Am Speedway in Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman competition. Both of them coming at the end of last year when he won a regular feature and then won the DIRTcar Sportsman Series race to close out 2024. Right now he's closing in on Trevor Gibbons to try to get back into the race lead as they click off lap number 5 with 3 to go. It's Trevor Gibbons, Eric Nyer, and Owen Nyer, the top three. Tyler Stevenson still there in fourth. Justin Gadbaugh all by himself in fifth as we work in turn number 3 and 4 with 2 laps left to go. Trevor Gibbons has the lead, but right now Eric Nyer lurking back there, stalking the 621 as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Trevor Gibbons looking for his second heat win on the season. His only heat win of the year came back on June the 20th. Eric Nyer looking for his fourth of the season. It would tie him with Tyler Stevenson and Frank Sibley for the most all year. White flag in the air for Trevor Gibbons as they work in lap number 7. Gibbons in control, Nyer still second. Owen Nyer trying to fend off the 28 of Tyler Stevenson for position number 3 at the moment. Checkered flag is in the air. Second heat win of the season will go to Trevor Gibbons. Picks up the victory. Second spot will be Eric Nyer. Third to Owen Nyer. Fourth to Tyler Stevenson. Justin Gadbaugh fifth. Jonathan Murphy, Greg Brinklow, and Grayson Adderley will complete the rest of the field. So that will do it. Heat race number 1 of 2. In Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman now complete. Heat race number 2 ready to roll trackside. This will be heat race number 39 on the season for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman division. Tyler Stevenson and Frank Sibley each have 4 wins apiece. Frank Sibley looking to add to that total as they roll trackside for heat race number 2. Brady Howard on point in the 54 with Logan Brown in the 9 alongside. Row 2 it is Frank Sibley in the 92, 52 Jessica Power alongside. Row 3 Keegan Nyer 34K, the 18 of Gavin Isley, 4th place finisher here on Monday night. Row number 4, it is Richard Murtaugh in the 33 alongside of Taylor Dockstader in the 44. Final row, it's Haley Brownell in the 747 making the jump from the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman, and Greg Gould in the 9B will complete it. Set for green this time by second of 2 heats, Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman. Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars, heat race number 1 lined up and ready to go in the staging area. Barney looks them over, green lights back on, and we're underway. As they work it into turn number 1 and 2, Brady Howard immediately goes straight to the bottom side of the racetrack as Sibley battling with Logan Brown for position number 2. Sibley down on the bottom trying to find the way by. Brown drives it deep into the corner and holds off Sibley for the time being. But on the outside lane, Jessica Power makes a big move, gets around both Frank Sibley and Gavin Isley, and now goes around Logan Brown to pick up second. Jessica Power on the move in the number 52 as they work it down the back straightaway, but they're all chasing Brady Howard down into turn number 3 and 4 as Howard with a comfortable lead on Jessica Power as they work it into turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the line. Lap number 2 goes up on the board. Howard well in control. Power still second. Gavin Isley still there in spot number 3. Logan Brown trying to fend off Richard Murtaugh, 2-time winner this season. Murtaugh sneaks down to the inside lane, grabs a spot away. Taylor Dockstader off the pace of the 44. He had problems here on Monday night with a fuel pump issue. And the Demons, the Gremlins, still continue for that 44 ride here tonight, at least in heat race action. As we work in lap number 3, clean and green so far. It's still Brady Howard well in command. This battle for second has been a good one for the last couple of laps. Jessica Power has that spot. Gavin Isley looking to take it away from him as they work it into turn number 3 and 4. And Power slides way up the hill. Isley jumps over the cushion there in turn number 4. Loses a couple of spots to Richard Murtaugh and Keegan Nyer as they work it into turn number 1 and 2 with 4 laps complete. 4 down, 4 more to go. Still Brady Howard with the advantage over the rest of the field here. Howard has had a great race car since the drop of the green flag. Right now, as he crosses the line, we work in lap number 5. Battle on for second between Jessica Power and the 52 of Jessica Power for position number 2. Power and Murtaugh going at it for second. Right now, Power wins that battle. Lead gap for Brady Howard over Jessica Power right now, it's just over 2 seconds, about 2.2 seconds to spread there as we watch the battle for second once again. 2 down, 2 left to go here as Jessica Power continues to hold on to second. Richard Murtaugh right there with her in spot number 3. Keegan Nyer, Gavin Isley, the top 5 as they work it down the front straightaway. The white flag will be in the air. Final trip around the Am Speedway for Brady Howard. Over 2.6 seconds is the advantage for Brady Howard. Looking for his third heat win of the season here in 2025. He'll work through the lap traffic into turn number 3 and 4. No problems whatsoever. It's Brady Howard in the victory lane. Third heat win of the year. Second will go to Jessica Power. Richard Murtaugh will cross in third, followed by Keegan Nyer, Gavin Isley, Frank Sibley, Logan Brown, Haley Brownell, and Greg Gould. That will round out the rest of the field. So Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars ready to roll trackside right now. Rachel Zacharias in the 71 on the pole. Outside will be Andrew Hennessy in the 87. Run number 2, it's Nick Webb in the 27W alongside of Tucker Donath in the Z28. Final row to be Tiger Chapman, the 271 and the 72 of two-time winner this season, Bruno Richard. First of 2 heat races tonight in Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars. Bruno Richard leads all drivers in this division with 5 heat wins to his credit. Josh Furr Jr. has 4. Andrew Hennessy and George Sanford each have 3. Tiger Chapman and John Liberty have 2. And Ken Klinkowski with 1 heat win this year. Again, Bob Johnson Auto Group has been a premier dealership in the community and has served Watertown, Albany, Syracuse, and the surrounding area for many years. When you're ready to get behind the wheel of a new car, truck, van, or SUV, visit them at any of their locations. Their knowledgeable team looks forward to working with you and finding a vehicle that suits your needs and your budget. Bob Johnson Auto Group, the official sponsor of the Dirt Car Sportsman Division right here at Can-Am. Again, those of you just getting to the racetrack tonight, glad you could join us here with the good folks at Bob Johnson Auto Group on hand. Of course, DPAO down here with us as well as our featured nonprofit of the night. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint Cars is on track and ready to go as Can-Am Speedway Bob Johnson Auto Group pace truck peels off the speedway in corner number 3 and 4. Rachel Zacharias and 3-time winner this year, Andrew Hennessy, will lead him to green, and we're underway. The Mad Dash is on into turn number 1 and 2. It will be Andrew Hennessy picking up the lead. Look at Bruno Richard go on the high lane. He'll grab second from Rachel Zacharias down the back straightaway as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Down to the line, lap number 1 up on the leaderboard, and Andrew Hennessy puts it out in front, leading the way. Bruno Richard still there in spot number 2. Behind them, Nick Webb, a feature winner with us this year, holding on to the number 3 spot. Zacharias loses some ground to the top 3 as Tiger Chapman looks to move in from the 5 spot. Tucker Donath completes the field in 6, and we have got a battle for the race lead shaping up. Andrew Hennessy has it. Bruno Richard trying to take it away. Bruno up on that outside lane, working it off of turn number 2. Holding second right now, but he has got a very fast race car looking to move in on the leader, Andrew Hennessy. Hennessy slipped up off the turn that time. Opens the door for Richard to try to close back in as they work in lap number 3. And we got Rachel Zacharias around in turn number 4, and that will bring out the yellow flag. Yellow lights are on with 3 laps complete. Rachel Zacharias around in turn number 4 as Bruno Richard gets the word on the one-way radio to slow it down. Of course, Panther Frameworks, the sponsor of our Crate Sprint Car division here at Can-Am. Panther Frameworks Incorporated manufactures chassis for the sprint car industry and provides a full line of sprint car components. You can visit them at 321 Wavell Street in Syracuse, or you can call them at 315-771-7847, or drop them an email, or you can visit them on Facebook as well. Panther Frameworks, the official sponsor of the Crate Sprint Car class right here at Can-Am. Again, those of you who haven't had a chance to do so yet, 50/50 tickets are available tonight here at Can-Am, and you can get those at any time during the night. They are right here available underneath the Bob and Rose Thurston VIP Tower. If you don't see one of our sellers walking through the grandstands, there is quite a few of them walking through the stands here tonight and out through the midway as well, so take the opportunity to get those. Also, Can-Am Speedway paraphernalia, t-shirts and sweatshirts and all that good stuff is available at the novelty stand. And also there is a wide selection for people who have a sweet tooth or sweet teeth or whatever you want. All sorts of candy down there. And those of you looking for a cold frosty beverage with a little extra kick tonight, the beer booth is wide open down behind the main grandstand area, of course featuring the ever-popular Real American Beer, fully stocked here at Can-Am tonight. And those of you who are planning on having a couple extra with us this evening, we want to ask you to find a safe way home, because we want to see you right back here next Friday night. It will be First Responders Night, always a popular night here at Can-Am. Get all the local first responders together, everything from police to firefighters, EMS, you name it, they'll all be here, and we'll do the annual parade around the Speedway as well. That'll be next Friday night with a full program at 7 o'clock. Green lights back on. Andrew Hennessy looking to hold the lead. But as we saw in the last green flag run, Bruno Richard has been quick, and he'll take it upstairs off of corner number 2. And Bruno Richard to the point down the back straightaway. They got no Quebec native holding on to the lead. Andrew Hennessy trying to get back after him in turn number 3 and 4. But Bruno Richard has got a fast race car as they click off lap number 4 with 2 laps left to go. Richard keeping that car pointed nice and straight through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed this time by final trip around the Can-Am Speedway for Bruno Richard. He'll send it up off the corner and down to the line. White flag in the air. Final time into turn number 1 and 2. Bruno Richard, longtime veteran campaigner. He'll bring it down the back straightaway. 5 heat wins coming into the season or coming into this evening's program. He'll make it heat win number 6. Bruno Richard gets the victory in heat race number 1. Second at the line will go to Nick Webb. Andrew Hennessy third, followed by Tiger Chapman, Rachel Zacharias, and Tucker Donna. Again, just wanted to remind race fans, especially the young fans, to please stand back from the fence, regardless of whether there are race cars on track or not. Please stay back from the fence, please. Again, friendly reminder, please move back from the fence. Return to the grandstands, please. Thank you. So heat race number 2 on track will be George Sanford in the 25, feature winner here with us back on May the 30th. Outside will be Patrick Nolan in the 557. Row number 2, it's Ken Klinkowski in the 30 with a 08 of James Kaya, and completing it will be 3-time and defending track champion Josh Fern Jr., the winningest Crate Sprint Car driver in track history, going away from spot number 5. Josh, the point leader here, and of course the point leader on Saturday nights over at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway, looking for not 1 but 2 track titles this year. Can-Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group will depart the speedway in turn number 3 and 4, as George Sanford and Patrick Nolan will bring them down to green. Green lights back on and we're underway. As they work through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway, George Sanford charges down the back straightaway with the lead. Patrick Nolan holding on to second right now as James Kaya goes into the spin cycle in corner number 4. He's trying to keep it going. He'll keep his foot in the throttle and keep the car rolling. We will stay green. Big move there for James Kaya to keep it rolling. And speaking of rolling, Josh Ford Jr. is rolling down the back straightaway. He goes from third to second around Patrick Nolan. So Josh Ford Jr. on the move and closing in quickly on Sanford. Down across the line, Sanford has the lead, but Josh Ford Jr.'s got all the momentum going in his camp right now. He grabs the lead quite handily out there off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Sanford relegated to second. Ken Klinkowski there in third. Patrick Nolan fourth, and James Kaya completes it. But Josh Ford Jr. in command as they click off lap number 3. Vern looking to score his 5th heat win of the year as well as they work it down the back straightaway off of corner number 2. Ken Klinkowski, he takes over second from George Sanford as they work it into turn number 3 and 4, down to the line. 2 to go for Josh Ford Jr. Vern has a comfortable lead. Ken Klinkowski has cleared the 25 of George Sanford down the back straightaway, but he's running out of time to try to catch the race leader, Josh Ford Jr. across the line. White flag in the air for Josh Ford Jr. Looking for heat win number 5 of 2025. He's working it down the back straightaway. Checkered flag is in the air, and Josh Ford Jr., the 3-time defending track champion and current point leader, brings it off of turn number 4. Checkered in the air, Josh Ford Jr. to victory lane. Kenny Klinkowski will cross in second. George Sanford, Patrick Nolan, and James Kaya will complete the rest of your field. So 2 heat races for the Panther Frameworks Crate Sprint cars are complete. Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars will bring out their one and only heat race tonight to conclude the heat race portion of the program. Here were the good folks at Bob Johnson Auto Group. And again, I want to thank Bob Johnson for being on hand with us this evening. Bob Johnson Auto Group, they've been a premier dealership in the community and served the Watertown, Albany, and Syracuse and surrounding areas for many years. When you're ready to get behind the wheel of a new car, truck, van, or SUV, you can visit them at any of their locations. Their knowledgeable team looks forward to working with you and finding a vehicle that suits your needs and your budget. Bob Johnson Auto Group, the official sponsor of the DIRTcar Sportsman Division right here at Can-Am. Also, Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars on track here tonight. For Sundance Leisure has provided the North Country with premium pools, hot tubs, fireplaces, and stoves, and more. From in-ground and above-ground pools to hot spring spas, wood, gas, and pellet stoves and fireplaces and retractable awnings, they have every season covered. Stop by their store located on Outer Washington Street in Watertown and see why they've been making life more fun since 1972. Sundance Leisure, the official sponsor of the Thundercar Division right here at Can-Am. So Colby Hibbard will be on the pole in the 28 alongside the 19 of Colin Bonner. Row number 2, O.J. White in the 94 for the 3 of David Rasmussen. Row 3 is going to be scheduled to go Corey Valade in the 21B with the 22 of Jared Gilson. Final row, the 22 of Tony Frezzo. And welcoming back the 60 of Francis White after a scary fire at Mohawk on Tuesday night during the Short Track Super Series event they had there. So good to see Francis back with us. This is the same car that he took to victory lane this past Friday night. So we'll see if he can go back-to-back here on Friday night racing. Set for green, final heat race of the night. It is the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars, and we're underway. As they work it into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time, it will be O.J. White jumping out in front of the field as they work the back straightaway. 4 wide down the back straightaway. Corey Valade goes through the middle. Tony Frezzo follows in his tire tracks, as does David Rasmussen in the 3. Jared Gilson trying to move in. Oh, and Tony Frezzo loses a right rear tire, and that tire goes for a bounce and pounds the outside wall. back across the racetrack, and there is the damage on the 22 of Fresno down the front straightaway here. Yellow lights are on, and that tire has had enough, and it will park itself on the inside portion of turn number 4.
It's right there, turn 4, outside. It bounced down.
So safety workers out there to retrieve the right rear tire on Tony Fresno's number 22. He may be able to limp that back to pit road, although it might take a little while. But Tony, of course, 2021 track champion. Checking out the point standings coming into tonight's racing program. Tony Fresno is the current point leader at 5:48 over David Rasmussen in second at 5:12. Corey Valade, he did miss a race a couple of weeks ago,
In the backstretch.
running in third in the points at 490. OJ White fourth at 482. Francis White, he's missed a couple of races with us as well. He's still fifth at 478, but Jared Gilson right behind him at 470. Then Colby Hibbert seventh at 460. Colin Bonner eighth at 382. Anthony St. Mary Jr., haven't seen him in a while. He's ninth at 354. Mike Greenfield rounds out the top 10 at 316. That's the top 10 coming into tonight's racing program here at Can-Am. Thought maybe we saw some debris down here in the front straightaway.
He's getting to his fence.
So we'll double the field up. 5 laps left to go in this one and only heat race for Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars.
I love this guy. Like tell Mr. Beachard, keep walking, you guys want to go racing.
Just looking for green. Dave Farney ready to go. He's ready to turn him loose. Danny Mocan is ready to turn him loose as well. And Corey Valade jumps into the race lead, washes a little wide. Here comes OJ White looking for the spot. Corey Valade says, I don't think so. He's going to drive away down the back chute. Takes over the point. Behind them, Jared Gilson, David Rasmussen after one another for third and fourth. Francis White had some smoke showing at the start of this one, but it appears like that has gone away, and now he is on the move as they're working down in front for lap number 2. Corey Valade, the race leader, battle on for second. OJ White has it. Jared Gilson trying to take it away. Francis White moving around Colin Bonner. Now he's looking to go after David Rasmussen. Second of the points coming into tonight's racing program. He holds on to fourth. White back there in the 5 spot. Colin Bonner is 6th. Colby Hibbert 7th. Down to the line. Colby Hibbert in control. Corey Valade in control, I should say, as they're working through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Valade looking for his 6th heat win on the season. The last time he won a heat race was back on July 11th. So Valade looking to get back to victory lane, at least for heat racing is concerned. He won here on Monday night and would like to make it a weekly sweep here at Can-Am. 3 down, 3 more to go in this one and only heat race for the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars. The battle for second continues. OJ White on the bottom, Jared Gilson on the outside lane as they continue their battle back and forth for second and third. Francis White has cleared the traffic. He's on the charge towards the top 3 as the white flag is in the air. Final trip around the Can-Am Speedway for Corey Valade. He'll bring it down across the line at lap number 5, 1 to go. OJ White putting up a really good fight here between himself and Jared Gilson. Francis White still there for 4th. Colin Bonner and David Rasmussen really having a war there for spot number 5. Checkered in the air, however, for Corey Valade. Won his heat race on Monday night. He wins another heat race here tonight. Valade gets the victory. 6th heat win of the season. Second at the line, OJ White grabs the second spot. Jared Gilson, Francis White, Colin Bonner, and David Rasmussen. And that will do it as Colby Hibbert will complete the field in 7th.